Hi guys, welcome back to another perfume video. This is Jane once again and thank you for tuning in. We have an exciting fragrance house to explore today. This house is hopefully going to be available soon in the Philippines via Art of Scent. What got me interested in this brand are two freshies I've tried and loved so far. Miller Harris London is a couture British fragrance house founded in the year 2000 by perfumer Lynn Harris. It is said that the aesthetics of her perfumes inspired by stories, memories, and finest ingredients. All their fragrances are in Eau de Parfum concentration. Today's video is going to cover about half of all their fragrances. This is more or less like a brand review already. Anyhow, before we get started, if it's your first time here, welcome. This channel is all about fragrances. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for tuning in once again. Please check to see if you are subscribed to the channel, and if not and you enjoy this type of content, please head on down below, click on the subscribe button, make sure you click the bell as well to turn on notification so you never miss a new video in the future. And while you're at it, make sure to thumbs up this video as well so I know you like my content. And now, let's jump right in. I will be starting off with the Discovery set. This contains 8 of the most loved fragrances according to the website. Apart from Scherzo, all the fragrances included belong to the Editions collection. The fragrances come in 2 ml spray vials, and this whole set retails for £30. You can redeem this amount once you buy a full 50 or 100 ml bottle. £30 will be deducted from your full bottle purchase. I honestly think this will make for a great gift. I purchased this from the Miller Harris website, shipped to here via shipping cart. Details in the description box below. Rose Silence features the notes of mandarin, blackcurrant, Turkish rose, patchouli, and cashmere musk. This is an everyday fruity rose musk perfume, not super groundbreaking but very mass appealing and easy to wear and like. The rose here is very neutral. I do not find it too green, too fresh, too jammy, too powdery, too young, or too old. This is a fragrance that any rose perfume lover of any age will likely say yes to. If you love the likes of Elizabethan Rose from Penhaligon's, which this smells quite similar to, or one of the Chloe flankers, this you will definitely love. In the website, this comes in 2 ml spray, 9 ml roll-on, 14 ml spray bottles, 50 and 100 ml. There are also accompanying body products like hand cream, body wash, and body soap. This perfume will make for a great gift for the women in your life. This is unmistakably a feminine perfume. I said earlier that I first got interested in Miller Harris because of 2 freshies. This Tonique is one of them. This features the notes of bergamot, lemon and petitgrain, green tea, Earl Grey tea, mate, and nutmeg, birch tar, and musk. The first fragrance this reminded me of is a tea fragrance I love, Les Labos Etui Noir. This though is fresher and with a touch more citrus in the opening, but overall they dry down quite similar. I know there's no fig note listed, but I definitely smell something similar here. Perhaps it's a combination of the 3 different tea notes with warm spices coming out smelling like Etui Noir. This opens a fresh citrus leafy tea perfume with a hint of sweetness drying down spicy, warm, smoky, woody, and earthy. Unlike Etui Noir, which to me is more of a colder weather fragrance or something for a rainy day, I can get away wearing this in a very hot day. In fact, this to me smells like the warm weather counterpart of Etui Noir. A similar fragrance though, not tea-based, but one that's has a fresh lemon and fig combination in Oud Eclat and Mediterranean. I also really like that perfume. Tonique is a little heftier on the base as compared to En Mediterranean. This has accompanying body products as well and comes in different bottle sizes. This could be unisex but leans feminine to my nose. I picture a nice little summer wedding when I smell this perfume. The beautiful white, opaque, and gold color of the bottle pretty much scream a wedding to me. If you're a bride on the hunt for a perfect wedding day perfume during the warmer season, this you have to give a try. I'm not the biggest fan of gardenia in perfumes, but I love it when it's fresh. My mom grows gardenia back home and I love how the bloom fills the air, especially in the late afternoon to evening. This perfume is not a purely gardenia. This has other white florals thrown in. Ilang-ilang is also in the notes. Not surprised if there's tuberose in here as well. This has a citrusy bright opening heralding the airy florals. And although light, you get hints of a dirty indolic character, but the kind that will turn heads entice or lure people in. This is a creamy sandalwood base that's going to blend in well with skin as this fade away. If you are a white floral fan, you have to try this one. I've not smelled a lot of Gardenia fragrances, but this I really like. This is also very feminine to me. Coeur de Jardin translates to heart of the garden or garden's heart. This is a fruity white floral perfume featuring the notes of bergamot, lemon, pear, and peach, rose, jasmine, tuberose, and vanilla, orris, amber, musk, patchouli, and moss. This is a very feminine perfume, and I have to say I probably found a tuberose jasmine perfume that I really enjoyed wearing. I smell a lot of peaches and juicy pear as well as the citruses, giving this an effervescent, almost fizzy opening, and this part I particularly enjoyed. As the top notes dissipate, you get more of the powdery florals on the background of some vanilla, some earthy patchouli, and moss. This shipra-like facet balances out this fragrance, adding an interesting edge to an otherwise boring fruity white floral. I like that this isn't too sweet, this isn't too juvenile smelling, and not smelling of mature white florals as well. When I tested this out, I made a mental note that this I will definitely revisit as I'm considering a full bottle of this one. Peau Santal is an enjoyable, spicy sandalwood perfume. This is a scent that both men and women will enjoy wearing and smelling on others. If you like the likes of Santal 33 from Le Labo, Zara's Energetically New York, and other similar fragrances, then you are sure to like this one. This is a lot less screechy, in fact, very delicate to me than Santal 33. More creamy, sweeter, less green, and more resinous, also a lot more powdery and warm. There's a musky, fluffy, ethereal quality to this perfume. This may remind you of the softer musky offering from Narciso Rodriguez. Notes listed on these are saffron, pink pepper, bergamot, olibanum, papyrus, violet leaf, sandalwood, amber, vanilla, and moss. I think this was intended as a skin scent, kind of a skin scent, and will make for a great Netflix and chill close encounter with your partner kind of perfume. Definitely for when it's cooler, rainy, and after sundown for local weather. Again, this to me is very unisex. You can share a bottle with your partner. Etui Noir straight up smells masculine to my nose, although marketed as unisex. In here are incense, leather, and orris butter. The way the leather was done here reminds me a lot of Tom Ford leather fragrances. In fact, the whole composition reminds me a lot of F. Fabulous, but with the kind of leather that isn't Tuscan leather. I think my husband will like this a lot. As for me, I would love to smell this on a man. I can understand why this is marketed as unisex. I mean, a lot of women wear F. Fabulous, and I can see this worn the same way as well. The 100 ml bottle is infinitely cheaper than a smaller size Tom Ford, such that if you're looking for alternatives, this is a good one. Not 100% dupe of F. Fabulous, but you get a very good impression of those fragrances on this one. This will make for a great Father's Day gift. Scherzo is a rosewood fragrance that is infinitely, in my opinion, infinitely more wearable than many more popular rosewood fragrances, for example, Lancome's Oud Bouquet, in my honest opinion. This, I believe, is one of the brand's more well-known fragrances and a bestseller as well. Some may find this loud, strong, and potent, some very weak as compared to more full-bodied rosewood fragrances out there. To me, this is neither here nor there. For fans of really strong oud rose fragrances, you will find this lacking some oomph and potency. For those who are new to oud and oud floral fragrances, you are likely going to find this a little too much. For me, who owns and enjoys lighter rosewood fragrances such as Le Col Noir from Dior, this is a little too much beyond 3 sprays. On the other hand, comparing this to my bottle of Oud Bouquet and my sample of Oud Satin Mood and the like, this has a rather airy quality about it. The oud is not too much even for me. It is what I believe many people will call as Western oud. The rose is a pink one, fresh and lighter rather than a dark, deep, jammy red. Having said that, this remains to be an evening going out fragrance to me. I would never wear this daytime. This retains the sexy allure of rosewood fragrances and would really make for a good date night perfume. Plus, I love how this is a much wearable alternative for warmer climate like ours. Though I definitely have to control the sprays on this one. You still have to really like oud to want to wear this fragrance. The last fragrance in this set is Lumiere Doree. which translates to golden light. This smells very clean and bright, like newly washed linen or expensive laundry detergent in the best possible way. The only other perfume that smells like this to me is Eau de Sans by Diptyque. They do not smell the same, but that laundry detergent vibe they have when smelled up close is very similar. Standouts are luminous notes of neroli and petitgrain and bergamot. I can see this worn with white t-shirt and ripped jeans on a very hot day. This is perfectly unisex to me. If I do not own Eau de Sans, there's a pretty good chance I'll be getting a bottle of this one. This clean citrus fragrances that are not too sour or astringent is totally up my alley, and I can see this worn every day for local weather. This will make for a great perfume in the height of summer for you guys in temperate countries. The 3 fragrances in the Forage collection is inspired by urban foraging. According to National Geographic, urban foraging is an intimate study and interaction with the living world around us. Singling out a flower or a berry, learning its name and properties, what it tastes like, where it grows, how to cook with it or preserve it. These 3 fragrances belong to the Forage collection. Lost in the City is the other freshie that got me into discovering Miller Harris. I first heard Sophie from Soki London speak about this being one of her favorites from the brand. This is a 14 ml travel size bottle I got, and I'm almost out. As you can see, this is a fresh rose tea rhubarb fragrance, great for hot and humid weather. If you like the likes of Hermes Oud Eclat, this smells very similar. This leans a little more aromatic and green and more soothing to me, I suppose, from the Earl Grey tea and some Angelica that's in here. This is unisex targeted but smells very feminine to me. If I do not own a bottle of Hermes rhubarb, I will definitely get a full bottle of this one. Owning both would be redundant. They are that similar. The next fragrance is Wander Through the Parks. My daughter described this fragrance as smells like a plant. There's probably no better way to describe this scent. This, after all, is inspired by the parks of London. This is green, floral, earthy, woody with a little fresh citrus or tart fruity edge. I first thought of the Jardin fragrances from Hermes when I first sniffed this Oud Eclat and Mediterranean to be exact. This has that same watery freshness admixed with pleasant green vegetal undertones running throughout the fragrance. And fig is definitely here. Dance Among the Lace has a mouth-puckering citrus note or notes in the opening. This is a very bright, effervescent citrus opening, becoming more aromatic as this fragrance develops. This somehow reminds me of men's aftershave. My husband likes this very much. These last 2 I got as free gifts from purchase. These weren't really my choice, but I would probably just include my thoughts about these 2 fragrances in this video. Poirier d'un Soir, I hope I'm saying it correctly, is inspired by the scent of golden sun set upon a pear tree. Notes on this are bergamot, pear, rum, peony, birch, and cedar. Frankly, this isn't a perfume I would wear on me. This is a stinky mess, but I read reviews that this is a perfume that shines best during colder autumn season. If you live in temperate countries, this might still work for you. For tropical climate, ain't gonna work at all. Can't say if this is feminine, masculine, or unisex. Oud Eclat is the newest fragrance in their block bottle collection. Another perfume that frankly ain't gonna work in this climate, with reference to Baccarat Rouge 540, which this is being compared to. My husband kinda gets the vibe, but this, he says, definitely comes across woody, smoky than Baccarat Rouge 540. With reference to Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait, which I own, nope, I do not see a lot of similarities. This is straight up manly smelling to me, while Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait is more feminine to my nose. This belongs to the block bottle collection. I'm not sure what the official name is, but I think this collection are the heavier, more complex color season climate perfumes. Overall, Miller Harris perfumes aren't the most unique. Most of the ones I featured today reminded me of fragrances I've tried or owned, both niche and designer. Performance, none of these performed like a beast. None has remarkable sillage. None lasted super long. The price, I would say, is fair. They aren't super up there in price with other niche fragrances or niche fragrance houses. This is basically niche in sort of a designer price range. None of them smell cheap, even the lighter, fresher ones. These are all well made. So now that you've heard my thoughts about these perfumes, I hope you can share your experiences, your likes and dislikes about this fragrance house if you've sampled any. And with that, I thank you all for joining me today. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and be notified for future videos. Take care, y'all. Smell your absolute best, and I will see you in my next video.